Welcome to the Let Me Know That You Know podcast.
Hey, got it.
Which I said it right this time. Unlike last week. I'm Dustin. A.K.A. Mr. Coin Laundry.
I'm Mandy, a.k.a. Truly/yours truly, Mandalee.
We're laughing because this is take 22.
Probably.
I'm trying to get this recorded.
There'll be some fun little end notes at the end of this podcast.
Oh, God. I have a story to tell you.
You have a story?
I have a story.
For me?
Pretend like you're hearing this for the first time.
I was. I was doing well.
Wait,
now they know.
Had you heard that before?
What?
Oh, never mind. Markiplier. Markiplier.
Oh my God, I just figured it out.
Markiplier bought Donald Glover's home.
We love that.
There's only 1 degree of separate. Do you think he was there?
No, probably not. I think they
they usually have people, I guess. But what if it's another... Markiplier's a celebrity, right? You could call him a celebrity. What if it's another celebrity buying your house? Are you not there?
I mean, I figure they all have their own people to do this stuff.
I want them to have met.
Okay, yes. I think they met and they had a drink afterward to celebrate the sale.
I want to live in a world where Donald Glover and Markiplier are friends.
How do you think home sales work?
You buy the house from a celebrity. And you meet them. And you become best friends.
Mm-hmm. And that's it?
That's how it works.
That's how it works? Okay, cool. Well, yes, that's exactly how it worked, and now they are best friends.
Anyways, not that exciting news, but interesting.
Interesting, yeah. That's cool. I'm glad. You know, I'm kind of shocked because I feel like it was only like last year he was talking about how maybe the basement freaked him out.
The basement freaked him out?
Yeah, you remember in all the channel that will not be named videos? He had like a whole basement underneath his house that just like went to the outside.
Channel that will not be named. Mm-hmm. You don't want to spill that tea?
It's restricted.
You want to talk about things that only we were privy to? I had something written here like that. I think it's gone. I have another long list of notes. For example, Robert Pattinson tore his ass muscles.
Love that.
Or almost tore his ass muscles. Filming, it was the second scene he had filmed, but I think it's one of the last scenes they filmed of the last movie where he was trying to pick up Kristen Stewart. Is she
Kristen.
a Kristen?
She's
or
a Kristen.
Okay. Kristen Stewart. And
there's also Kirsten.
Listen, Kristen Stewart, and I guess it was literally the second scene they filmed, and he had to spend the rest of the day getting his ass massaged.
Not a bad way to go. But no, for real though, it had to be like the fight scene, like towards the end.
Yeah.
But then, oh no, you said it was in the last movie.
Yeah, he had to frantically pick her up. Probably to protect her from some sort of incoming attack.
No, she was pretty good in the last movie after she was all vamped up. She was fine.
Well, he frantically picked her up. And moved her out of the way.
She was a vampire, I'm pretty sure, at the beginning of the last movie.
Listen, I'm just going by what I read.
So maybe, I don't know. I think they filmed the last 2 movies all together. So there's something that could have happened in there, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure whoever got to rub his ass was enthused.
I don't think anyone, like, unrelationshiped up with you, right? Is like enthused to rub an ass.
It's Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I'll rub his ass. He doesn't even have to tear his ass muscles. I'll rub it.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled to know that.
when he listens to this episode. Him and Willem Dafoe.
Hello, police.
We're going to have a Lighthouse episode years after the movie is made and released. Anyways.
Okay.
Did you want to talk about Shadow's new bathroom?
Oh, I got him an automatic Scoopy shitter. And
Shadow's our cat, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I figured animal realm, and then, dogs don't have litter boxes, typically. I don't think they do.
No, they're too stupid. You have to take them out. They have to be in the great outdoors.
The great outdoors, yeah. Shadow is not a big fan of the great outdoors, so not a worry there. But I got him, it wasn't like one of those like high-end, fancy dancy litter boxes. It was like
it's
low range.
Fancier than our bathroom.
It is fancier than our bathroom.
Shadow can...
But that's my...
I heard he could tweet from it.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
My baby boy.
My baby boy.
I heard he can tweet from it.
Yeah, and most of it...
The humans neglected me again. They only gave me 8 treats instead of 10 sent from my litter shitter.
My litter shitter. Shadow's toilet thoughts. Isn't that where we all tweet, though?
the toilet?
Yeah. You get stuck there. You have some thoughts. You send them out.
Well, as someone addicted to Twitter...
I was waiting to see which you were addicted to.
Addicted to shitting. As someone who is addicted to Twitter, I just tweet all day. Because I think people give a shit.
Did they give a shit?
No.
Oh.
They tend not to.
Oh, well, you know what I mean. Because we were talking about
Oh.
bathroom and litter shitter and they give a shit.
Litter shitters.
Anyway, yeah, it's very nice. We found it on Chewy.
Yeah.
There's like trays that you just... They come with a lid, you slap the lid on, and you throw it away once it's all done. And so far, it's been really good. I was a little worried about, like, the scent.
I was
and there's no smell, nothing. He transferred to it. He started using it like right away.
Yeah.
There was no problems there, so.
I was worried because as much as I hate The Big Bang Theory, this is probably the best description of Shadow. His personality is like Sheldon, where everyone has to be in their spot and everything has to be this way. And if it's not, he's very upset. So I was worried he wasn't going to use it because it was new.
Yeah, and there's, like, ways around that. You can, like, start by putting, like, the old litter and the new litter thing, so you kind of get him accustomed to it and then switch it over. But I really wanted to not have to go through that process, and he went through it very well.
But Prince Doughboy took to it, and he was okay.
Prince Doughboy fresh.
Prince Doughboy fresh. I have a story to tell you.
You have a tale to tell?
A tale to tell. This is a real what the fuck because a quick Google would help you avoid this scenario. Mm-hmm. But I guess if you're like told someone is a celebrity, you're just like, oh, a celebrity is in my establishment. I'll just not look this up at all. A Georgia man, because of course he's from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. So I can say this. Of course he's from Georgia. A Georgia man who posed as a member. This is all on the New York Daily News by Nelson Oliveira. Anyways. A Georgia man who posed as a member of the hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan. Yep. And scammed more than $100,000 from recording studios. Why
didn't nobody check anything?
I don't know. Recording studios. Who should know you're not a member of the Wu-Tang Clan? Mm-hmm. Luxury hotels and a limousine company has been sentenced to more than 8 years behind bars.
Identity theft is not a joke.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. This man... Okay, and that's not all. There was a Florida man who helped him too. and claimed to also be a member of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Then they're like, we're a big group. You might not have seen me, but I was there.
Then they recruited homeless people to pretend to be their bodyguards to make the experience more real.
I mean, nice of them to include homeless people. Maybe give them, like, place to stay, something that was kind of them, but maybe not the nicest way to give back, because if they got in trouble for it, that really sucks.
How the fuck, dude? How do you not know? Like, even if you're not a fan of hip-hop, even if you don't like the Wu-Tang Clan, how do you not do a quick Google image search of the whole group and be like, those two are not in the Wu-Tang Clan?
I would expect a little bit more due diligence from, like, the record company or whatever.
How do they not know?
Right. That's a little more concerning to me than, like, we'll say the hotel. The hotel, they should probably get some IDs or something. But, you know, I could see shit happening there. Not so much the recording studio. That should probably have some idea.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It really tells me that I can go around and tell people I'm part of the new kids on the block and get some free hotel rooms.
I don't think that would work for you. You're a little too young. They're like in their 50s.
They couldn't tell these people weren't in the Wu-Tang Clan. The recording studios.
I mean, yeah, but...
Okay, fine. I'm a Jonas.
Sure. Why not? You're the other brother.
I'm the other brother they don't talk about.
Right.
Like the Property Brothers who have what's that?
They also have another brother.
What is their brother? An accountant?
I don't know.
He's like an accountant or something. He has a normal ass job.
I don't know. I mean, they technically do too. They're just on TV about it.
He just has a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah. But, I mean, there is another Jonas.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, that's me. I know there is, because it's
I was
me.
about to say, you're blowing your cover, dude.
Okay. Well, did you want to talk about a certain YouTuber?
Certain YouTuber.
Who you might not want to say the name of, as to incur...
I will not invoke their name.
To incur her wrath. Or is she... Does she go by different pronouns now?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, because I heard someone on YouTube say they, but...
I think that's another situation of just kind of avoid.
Okay.
Avoid.
I probably should have adopted that, because I didn't know.
Yeah. I just opted to not gender them, because I'd rather not worry about...
Them. Why You So Obsessed With Me is their theme song.
Literally. And all day, every day, somebody tweets something wrong and they're like, hold on here. This is about me, and even if it's not, it's about me.
What I don't understand is, she's not mentally stable. I don't understand why she won't leave another YouTuber alone.
I don't either, and there was more that came out about it. And whether or not this is true, I have no idea, because you can't keep track of what's true or what's false.
No.
Is that it was all a publicity stunt, which follows on brand.
Well, we found out that she was like a huge fan of the other one, so is she just trying to imitate what her behavior was? She was on drugs at the time, so she wasn't just trolling people.
Right.
As this YouTuber we're talking about
they were on
is
drugs
claiming.
at the time. Right.
Yeah, they were on drugs at the time.
Now I'm unclear which one you were asking me, if they are they them.
The
attackee or the attacker?
The attacker.
They are not they them, but the attackee.
The attackee is they them.
Is they them? Yes.
But yeah, it's just a shit show watching all of this unravel.
But my big issue with all of it is, right, that there have been so many people that have a problem with this one person. And while the one that gave her the most attention, right, is generally regarded, right, as as controversial, right?
Yeah.
But they're trying to make strides to be a better person. They've accepted and, kind of come to terms with that they fucked up.
I'm sure everyone who can get past the initial confusing back and forth has figured out who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But we just don't want to say her name because she's a psychopath who...
She's going through it.
She gets angry. And it's like the attackee...
I love that.
...has redeemed themselves.
They're working really hard to be a better person. And you can see it. They're going to therapy. They're making good steps for themselves. They seem to be in a better place than they've been in a long time, we'll say. I didn't follow them super closely.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, from how they've screwed up before and where they are now, it's like a brand new leaf, we'll say.
I just find it hard to be nice to the attacker because the attacker just shows repeated
it's the same story every 6 months to a year.
Patterns of being a hateful person towards everyone.
Right. And it's not just with this one person. It's been with multiple people. There were multiple people involved in this go-round.
Well, when you side against a rape victim and you side with the raper,
right,
I find it hard to find any redeeming qualities in you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to say, people can't change and learn and whatever, but there's been no moment of that happening.
Yeah.
And what I see from the person that's kind of going off on everyone on Twitter, TikTok, I don't know, she doesn't post to YouTube, is that she doesn't take accountability for anything ever.
No.
And, everybody screws up. You know what I mean? It would be a weird situation if you never screwed up.
Yeah.
And just owning up to that just gives me automatically, an empathy level, right? Where you're like, yeah, we've all been there. We've all misspoke. We've all maybe heard something and thought it was true. Could swear up and down it was true, and it's not. But being able to own up to it and go, yep, that was bad. I did bad. I've learned, blah, blah, blah. And show that. You need to show it.
Yeah.
You can't just say it. You need to show it. But now she's posted on her Patreon that it was all a publicity stunt. This is what she does. But
that really gets me that she posted it on her Patreon.
She attacked someone who, it made them struggle with their sobriety. She attacked someone that made them struggle with their own mental health, problems. I'm like, it's not a publicity stunt when you're damaging other people's lives. Yeah. It's not a good one anyway. It's not one that you would want to use to promote new things.
No.
So it just bothered the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not the person you would strive to be. Even if it works, nobody's going to take you seriously at whatever you're actually trying to do.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I hate that I know she does this to get attention, and she's getting the attention she's trying to get.
But it's gotten to the point that even the people that support her don't view this as positive attention anymore. Yeah. But there are still, the diehard people that will, ride or die, harass whoever. I don't know. Harass whoever. And, to be fair, way back, I would watch her videos. I would find them entertaining. But there was definitely a turning point where it turned I don't have a better word, but it turned more evil, quote unquote, we'll say. It turned more vicious. It turned into like an everybody's against me, and if you're not with me, you're against me. Like, that's just not how the world works. Not everybody's gonna like everybody.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving.
I used to know a lot of people who were like that, and I mean, everyone who hung out with them doesn't hang out with them anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they're not friends. They don't keep in touch because you're so anti-change, anti-growth.
Right.
You're in a what's it called? Echo chamber.
Right.
Of your own thoughts, and how
right. And
boring.
it's not good for you because that's just how you grow as a person, is taking in things you might not agree with, but either taking something of value from it. You can either learn, well, I see why they see that way, but I don't have to see that way, and then just move on. But it teaches you how to not deal with, but like communicate and get along with other people as you go. Yeah. Because you can empathize with other people's perspectives.
Perspectives. Yes. Yeah. Which I think we need to see more of. Yeah. We need to see more of that in media, really, because
it's very polarizing.
That's unfortunately where a lot of people learn things because they're not learning it from anywhere else.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of which, people should be taking, they're learning into their own hands and, like, expanding what they know. But when everything is kind of placed on one side or the other spectrum, it's just not realistic. No. There's lots of gray. There's always things that you can 100% adamantly say, no, this isn't right. But it's just hard. Yeah. Because we don't live in a world of black and white.
No, and when I was a kid, I used to be very black and white. And then I went through a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And then I learned that nothing is black and white.
Right. And that's especially, even like in this situation with this person, I have a hard time just swearing her off forever. Because if she genuinely comes back and goes, you know what, this wasn't right, blah, 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 I can empathize and go, you know what, you were going through it, whatever it is. But it wouldn't be immediately if she came back and went, oh, this was bad. Yeah. It would have to be that plus action to show she's being better. Because the person that's the main focus of the attacking, right? Uh-huh. I didn't immediately go, yeah, she's a good person now. No.
Me neither.
Or they are a good person now.
Like, I was feeling the same way I feel about the attacker, because everyone kept giving them, the attackee, mm-hmm. a lot of attention, and I was like, just stop giving them the attention they keep trying to get. Yeah. And they'll stop.
Right. And it was, in that case, I feel like all of the controversy and the quote-unquote hot takes, right? Yeah. Were more of a cry for help. Yeah. Than they were. But we don't know that in the moment.
No, of course not.
That's why 100%, I don't go, oh, if you tell me you were wrong and then that's it, I'm not going to trust you until I see you trying to change and trying to own up to your shit. Like, genuinely reconcile your behavior.
But they showed signs of growth, and they tried to, like, not redeem themselves. They showed that they actually felt bad. They weren't just like, yeah, I'm sorry. And in the most, like, YouTuber way.
Right. It's not just an apology video. It's an apology plus.
They just seemed very genuine. Right. And
they've continued to use their platform, what have you, for good, right? Or at least try to. They still have slip-ups, but it's nothing like it used to be.
And I can understand all that. I can understand, like, shit's fucked up sometimes.
Yeah. And also, I will say, they don't expect you to forgive them.
No. But, it's hard in the moment, especially when someone is going after people because they can, and even when they're told, like, you should not do this, this person is going through something and you're just exacerbating the situation, and they're just going even harder and trying to gaslight everyone. It's hard for me to be like...
Right. Well, that's why I'm saying it would not be an I'm sorry and done. It would be an I'm sorry and I need to see you not do this in another 6 months to a year like you have been.
Yeah.
I need you to not see you trying to destroy people's lives every time they try and say something you did was crappy.
Yeah.
Because so far...
Normalize admitting you were wrong.
Yes, and it's... Everybody's wrong at some point. Everybody's wrong multiple times. You know what I mean? It's just...
I know, I have been wrong a lot of times. I'm probably wrong in this podcast at some point.
It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, you don't try to be. Yeah. Most people don't anyway. You don't try and be wrong. You don't try and, like, take the wrong take, right? But sometimes you do.
Most people. Except for your grandfather, who wants to debate everything because he likes to
debate. He loves the debate.
That's his hobby. It's debating. This man... I love her grandpa. But this man... You can come to the man and say, the sky is blue. And he will spend 4 hours debating with you about why that's not true.
Just because
and then,
it's just
and then you can come to him the next day and be like, the sky is not blue. And then he'll be like, no, fuck you, the sky is blue. I'll tell you why. It's just his favorite thing to do. He's not malicious about it.
It's just a discussion. He doesn't even call it a debate. He likes having discussion.
He's an engineer. If that tells anyone anything.
He does a very good job at trying to see the different perspectives of everything and why things are what they are, whatever.
I just felt like bringing that up. I haven't talked to you about that in a while.
Yeah, I just think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It doesn't bother me. Sometimes I get wrapped in, but I'm like, because
I'm trying to tell you, like, just like when you get heated, just stop. He's not gonna stop.
I can't, and that's why he does it with me, because he knows he's got me.
Because you two are of the same family.
That's right. But anyway, really.
I mean,
as for like in general, for people,
everyone can. I know there are times where you think, I've really fucked up now and there's nothing I can do now. But there's nothing you can't come back from. And that's not a challenge to go do something fucked up. But there's nothing you can't come back from. Everyone is redeemable. I know that's not the popular opinion right now.
But, like, you need to remember, not everybody has to forgive you immediately.
Yeah.
If you say it, it can take time, or maybe they never forgive you.
What's really important is that
stop striving to be better.
Yeah, what's really important is that you learn to forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you try. You
try to do better.
Try to do better.
Right. And learn and educate yourself, whatever.
And I'm never gonna say 100% anyone is irredeemable.
Right. But I feel like it mostly just comes down to own your shit.
Yeah.
And then you can start to move forward from there.
Yeah. Like, I will never be that person who shits all over on someone because they're a drug user or anything. I have people in my family who have struggled with mental health and took to self-medicating, and they've gone on downward spirals. But when they're like coherent, they're good people. Like, drugs doesn't make a person bad. And that goes back to, like, life is not black and white. Mm-hmm. There's gray everywhere.
Yeah. That's 100% it. And
yeah. That,
especially, drugs get really wrapped in your brain, like, chemistry, right? You end up, obviously that's how you get addicted, is that it's become something basically you need to function. Yeah. And then it sucks. And There unfortunately just needs to be more like grace and understanding that it's not like a point A to point B problem. There's going to be like, oh, you're doing great, blah, 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 blah. And then, oh, you might have had a slip up. But it doesn't mean stop, give up, whatever. You don't just like throw the whole person away and go, I'm done, that's it. It's way more complicated than that.
Yep.
But that also doesn't mean you should, I guess, let yourself be taken advantage of either.
Yeah.
This goes all the way back to, it's not black and white, it's gray.
Yeah. Because
there are certain points where if the person doesn't want to help themselves, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Did we talk about the fact that music artists are now getting into the comic game?
No, we did not touch on that. I
don't
think.
Well, this is like take 22, so I don't know. Did I tell everyone
about
think Robert Pattinson's ass?
Yes, you did.
You
made a comment about how you would massage his ass.
Listen, Robert Pattinson, if you're listening, for the right price, I will massage Batman's ass.
And he never contacts.
Anyways. Well, first we all knew that, well, I can't say we all knew. Me and you knew.
Uh-huh.
Sublime was coming out with a comic, and I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's been a few I've sent you. Because I'm like, hey, I mean, All Time Low's doing it.
All Time
Low. Them's my boys.
I know that DMC made a comic a while back.
DMC.
A long while back.
DMC
of Run DMC.
Oh, okay.
Daryl McDaniels.
I'm sorry.
He's the king of rock. There is none higher.
I know what you're saying. I know it's from a song, but...
Rock and roll is a spiritual...
Here to stay. Everybody rock.
Attitude. And they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's true.
Anyways,
Tupac?
That brings me to another...
Or did they separate?
Yeah, Tupac and Biggie are in there.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That brings me to another point, but I'll talk about that after this. I was listening to Kevin Smith talk about Clerks 2.
Kevin Smith Fancast, episode 2, and go.
I was listening to Kevin Smith talk about Clerks 2, and he brought up King Diamond. And you know, I'm sure I've made you watch the movie Clerks 2.
Oh, yeah, you made me watch Clerks 2.
But, you know, when Jay and Silent Bob...
I made you watch Remember Me.
Jay and Silent Bob get thrown out of the van, and that song is playing, the heavy metal song is playing. And then there's a part where Randall is bullying Elias. And he's like talking about how Transformers are not a gift from God. They're a gift from Satan. And Elias is trying to get away from him. And he goes, he starts singing the King Diamond song. And then all of a sudden, Jay pops up in the window. Well, anyways, the point is Kevin ran into King Diamond. And King Diamond was super nice and apparently loved that he was mentioned in the movie and everything.
Can I ask you a question?
Who King Diamond is?
Yep.
He's a heavy metal man.
Okay.
You know how Hank from Hell has the white makeup?
Yes.
So King Diamond...
Thank you for getting it to my level.
King Diamond was doing that first, I think. I want to say.
Okay.
But he has that song, Grandma, what was it like? Okay. Anyways.
Only 6 seconds. It's too close to the original.
He was part of a heavy metal band a long time ago called Merciful Fate.
I feel like I've at least heard of that name, but I couldn't tell you a song.
When I was getting into metal, I was looking through all of these bands and being like...
I would get like compilation CDs.
Yeah.
And go that way.
Well, King Diamond's a huge deal. He had an album called Abigail.
It's another one that I feel like I've heard the name, but I couldn't tell you anything
I've definitely
about.
played you 1 or 2 songs by him.
Okay.
And I think one of your pop goes punk or punk goes metal or whatever. I don't know. One of your bands has done a cover of Buried Alive, I think, by Merciful Fate.
Okay.
Anyways, I want to say, I could be wrong. That brings me to my actual point, which is I was like, what's up with King Diamond these days? And I went and I searched for his Twitter. Motherfucker is also doing a graphic novel.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I just want to know, I want to get your thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Who do you think is next?
Has Green Day done one yet?
You think Green Day's going to do one?
Why not? They made a whole rock opera.
I
feel like this is easier.
Well, they didn't make it. Someone else. Fans made it. And
really?
And Billy Joe heard about it and...
He allowed it to happen because it was his music?
Well, they had to ask for permission, but then he also sat in on it and, like, was just blown away.
I mean, that makes it cooler, because I thought they were, like, a part of the...
No, it was just, like, these people who really liked the American Idiot album and felt that there was a story there that they could tell on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very easily.
And so they made, like, St. Jimmy a character and all that stuff.
Anyway, I didn't know that, but, I mean...
And I think Billy Joe ended up, like, funding it after he heard about it. And so it became, like, a New York Broadway thing.
It was a big deal. Is a big deal. I don't know if they... I mean, right now, I don't know that anything's
running. I don't
running,
think it's still going, but you know what is still going is the rock opera of Beetlejuice.
You know who loves that?
Who?
I don't know that I should bring it up after the whole diatribe.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah.
The attacker?
No, the attackee.
The attackee.
Yes. Big fan.
I didn't know that.
They posted a whole, like, video on their channel of doing at least a song, if not multiple songs. And they, like, had a whole, like, stage set up for it. They go hard. I
didn't know if you were about to reveal that you follow the same artist that I follow. Because there's this artist I follow. I think her name is Schnickles. And she's obsessed with it currently. She's animating it, as far as I can tell. Trying to do an animation of it or something. She draws it every day. No,
you should tweet it at them and be like, hey, look at this person.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, they're so up on, like, online content creators.
Yeah.
They probably already know. They probably already have it.
Probably.
Have commissioned art. The whole 9 yards.
I don't know.
I think I said the whole 9 yards.
I mean, she's...
The whole 9 yards.
Schnickles is a big artist, but I don't know if...
No, I mean... This person, like, digs. If she's into it, she's found all the Etsy sellers. She's found all... She's, like, in...
I don't know.
I'm sorry, they.
I don't... Is it Nicole Rodriguez? Is she Schnickles?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying I think so. I don't know. I just assume you know.
I think she's the one who used to be another YouTuber's girlfriend.
Okay.
In another controversy. There's a lot of controversy on YouTube.
This is the controversial YouTubers episode.
In another controversy and another controversial figure because I don't know, I guess his political views are different than everyone else's or something.
I don't even know if it's fully that, but they've definitely had some hot takes.
Yeah.
That were not...
I haven't paid attention that much to his hot takes. I just watch his comedy videos.
It only happens every so often.
Yeah.
I would say there were like 2 times that it happened, and then that was that.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen anything.
See, I have this thing where I can separate the person from the content.
Yeah. It does help.
I just don't pay that much attention to what he's saying. As long as he's not going around, like, saying that all kittens must die or something like that.
No.
I'm good.
No. That was not the take.
But anyway,
I can't even remember what it was now.
I don't know. I think she used to be his girlfriend during all of that and was blamed for one of the controversies.
I can't remember.
It's a big controversy.
I can't remember.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
That
Let
one?
me know that you know.
Yeah, I know. The one that was said to have broken up.
Yes.
A group.
Yes, but then so was the other girlfriend.
Honestly, so glad the other girlfriend spoke up and said it was so stupid.
Yeah.
Because, come on.
But she was also blamed too?
Yeah.
Briefly? I don't know. None of us know what the actual story
is. Exactly. That's why I like to just... It's none of my business.
We may never know.
But the very awful take that was spread online was not true.
Yeah. None of the awful takes were true. None of the takes, as far as I can tell, were true because...
They worked together again. If the hot take that was spread among the communities was true, do you think they would have ever worked together again?
No.
It had to do with one person attacked another person.
Yeah.
And absolutely not. They would have never worked together again.
No. I have a question. A question of the ages.
A question of the ages?
To ask you.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about this the other day, and it was all I could think about for a whole day, so I figured I'd bring it up on the podcast.
A whole day, and you didn't ask me?
No, I wanted to wait for the podcast. The podcast is law!
The podcast is love, the podcast is life.
Should The Simpsons end, and if so, how would you end it?
Literally have no idea what's happening on The Simpsons right now, so couldn't tell you.
Well, I don't think there's ever really a cohesive...
No, but I mean...
It's kind of like the X-Files, where you have a lot of episodes that are just nothing, and then like one or two that are continuing the story.
I mean, what I'm saying is I haven't kept track with it. I don't know how many people are still watching it.
So it should still end. It should end.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anyone that's still watching it.
I don't know.
And I hear a lot of people that are like, maybe I should check out what's happening now. And then they just never watch it.
Yep. I mean, I've said that.
But that could be just me being in my own little bubble, not knowing, like, there's still a lot of fans.
That's why I'm like, I don't know.
But as far as I'm concerned, I think they should end it.
I would like it to end before it's bad.
I think...
I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch it.
Well, I know that they're... Because I always catch the Treehouses of Horror episodes.
Those have been lacking.
Yeah. Well, the one before the last one, I want to say, whichever one when they just did movie jokes was terrible. I was like, this is not the same thing.
No, they had some cool... I mean, they always kind of sprinkled in, like, pop culture or whatever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, like, the base... They had their own unique ideas, but at some point... When are you gonna run out of your own unique ideas? When you've been on the air for like 30 plus years.
I think
soap operas.
I think they should have a very emotional last episode.
Yeah.
They should go back and look at everything and look at...
Well, can they make them grow up?
Well, they do that occasionally.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like...
They should actually make them grow up for real. And then just kind of end it and then have one quote-unquote episode that is just literally every couch gag since the beginning.
Jesus, that would be a whole episode itself.
It would be, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They can post that on YouTube. They don't need to air that on TV.
They need to put that on the DVD.
On the DVD, okay.
Anyways.
My brain got
I
distracted.
think it should end.
Yeah, I mean, me, personally, I'm fine with it because I haven't watched it since I was a teenager, maybe.
And think about the ratings for the last episode of The Simpsons.
It'd be
finally ending.
It would be, like, insane.
It'd
be the highest
it'd be
rated
higher
thing
than
in
the
a long
Oscars.
Time. Anything can be higher than the Oscars if they tried hard enough.
Oh my God.
But I mean, like, people didn't go see movies really this year. People really didn't.
Well, they're just so
take
pretentious.
Part in that side of culture.
The Oscars are just so pretentious to begin with, and people
Well, usually, yeah, the movies I like do not win Oscars.
The people were tuning in for a while, and then everyone just kind of realized it's all bullshit. And then, like, Joaquin Phoenix...
bullshit.
Joaquin Phoenix presented the award to Anthony Hopkins, who they told could not Zoom getting the award.
Oh, okay. So that was already, like, a known thing.
Yeah, they told him he wasn't allowed to Zoom. He's 80-something.
Yeah.
He didn't want to fly out there.
Mm-hmm.
He offered to Zoom. They said no.
So he tried to make it happen.
He tried real hard.
I didn't see the Instagram post.
Well, somebody was saying that they think that the reason they didn't want to do it is because the Oscars are trying to get people to go back seeing movies and pretend like the pandemic is not happening. And it's like, I don't want it to be happening either, but I'm not going to pretend like it's not.
Like, that's not real life.
No. And I'm not going to cause another outbreak because I want people to come see my movies. It's like, fuck you, dude.
And we're not, and like I said, I mean, people who want to get vaccinated are getting vaccinated. We're almost there, lads.
Yeah.
We're a few weeks out.
For our second shot.
I think we're like 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that, then we'll be like, good.
Fully vaccinated, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you get your shot, and then 2 weeks after that, you're at that peak.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But I wanted to talk about the fact that Joaquin Phoenix presented the award to Anthony Hopkins on the stage, who wasn't there because he told him he wasn't going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And acted like he was annoyed that he wasn't there. And all I could think about was Lubalin. I don't know how you say his name. Lubalin, I think, maybe. The guy who, if you don't know, is a TikToker who
does like the Facebook fights and stuff.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He does songs of Facebook interactions and stuff. But anyways, he did one about horses, and he says, "So kind of get over yourself." And that's all I could think about. It was like, leave Anthony Hopkins alone. He's a better actor than you.
Leave Anthony Hopkins alone.
And stop acting like the Oscars is the end-all, be-all.
Well, I mean, for them it is.
I mean, listen, I know we're all making fun of me for liking Kevin Smith movies. None of those movies won awards, and he's doing fairly well for himself. Mm-hmm. Except for maybe Chasing Amy, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, no, it's not that be-all. Well, what it comes down to, right, is actors that get Oscars get more opportunities, so it just kind of like I guess, a cycle.
But people are learning now that you can go make your own movies.
Yeah.
Like, Donald Glover, he didn't go to fucking Joaquin Phoenix to make Atlanta. No. To show Atlanta. And Atlanta is super successful. And Donald Glover, when are you giving us another season? I want one. I want another season. Anyways. It's just... It's pretentious. And
literally didn't think we'd have Donald Glover being the tie-through in this podcast.
And the lack of self-awareness of actors thinking that they control everything. They don't. Yeah, I think what this pandemic is showing is that they don't, and they don't like being shown that.
No, because, I mean, Dustin... There's a lot of, like, narcissism in Hollywood.
I know.
And, I mean, it's, to a point, kind of necessary, right? Because they have to believe with their whole chest, right? That they have to believe with their whole chest that they are almost, like, God's gift to Earth to sell a movie.
Okay, but fuck you. It's my counterpoint.
Okay.
To them thinking that.
I mean... It's just like...
There's plenty of humble people.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds trolls a lot of people, but he's not going around thinking he's better than everybody.
No, and I don't even think it necessarily comes down to they think they're better than... Maybe
some
I phrased
of those
that.
People think they're better.
Some of them do, of course they do. But, I mean, there has to be a part... Maybe I won't go so far as narcissism.
Narcissism.
Narcissism to say it. But definitely, there's ego there. There has to be ego there.
Yeah.
You have to think you're better. Because, I mean, it's a competitive industry, right? They're fighting with other actors. They're in the cage fighting with other actors to get roles.
I can understand that, but just humble yourself.
I mean, yeah, humbling yourself wouldn't hurt anyone, but I think it's just more so when they have to call out that ego, sometimes there are people that just forget to turn it off.
Yeah. A lot of them forget to turn it off.
I'm being nice.
Do you remember? Do you remember? This is such a nothing thing, but do you remember Facade?
Of course I do.
Well, they may
there
not.
You go.
They may not know what Facade is.
There you go. What? I am an artist trip. Fuck you.
I am an artist trip.
Bring
Fuck
that
you.
ego.
Do you think that the reason when you say melons, it pisses Trip off so much is because they think it's you saying something else or trying to sneakily say something else?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what if you just wanted some fucking watermelons?
Well, then you should say the watermelon.
I don't know why I brought that up. I just wanted to talk about Facade for a second.
I love Facade. Facade, okay, for those of you who were not here in, we'll say, 2011-ish internet, my God, did you miss out on... I think it was like a psych class made assisted with kind of like the concept. I could be remembering this totally wrong, but it was something to do with like a college. I wanted to say it was something to do with like a psych class.
I just remember you saying,
to study.
Play this.
Huh?
I just remember you saying, play this.
Yes, because it's so funny. But it was like kind of different ways you could try and like resolve arguments and shit because you're at a dinner party.
A dinner party for 3.
A dinner party for 3. A dinner party with this couple, and they are not doing well. And you could either go through it and like kind of avoid the whole situation. You could like, it could come to a head and you're like trying to like de-escalate, or they just decide they're getting a divorce and like one of them leaves.
I am an artist trip. Fuck you. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because you remember that YouTube channel that will not be named?
Uh-huh.
That's one of those things that we were all a part of that's just gone now.
I know.
For example.
Because there's also a YouTuber I used to watch.
Neopets.
Hey, Neopets trying to make a mobile app, but I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, they need to fix their own site first.
Oh my God, yeah! Because, what did Chrome just drop support for? Was it JavaScript?
Flash.
My voice just left. Flash.
That was your soul leaving because Flash is not supported.
Because
Flash is not supported in your body anymore.
There's so many old websites that you just can't access anymore.
No.
Or like play the dumb games on because Flash don't work.
I miss all that.
Yeah. But
dumb little, I guess you can call them indie games.
I'm still trying to figure out if
they're the indie of indie games.
They're the indiest of indie games. But I'm trying to figure out. I hope they figured out that whole Flash issue before because first off, the website was basically unusable as it was.
Them deep webs and dark webs or whatever the fuck.
Oh no!
You know they've got. They preserved that kind of shit.
Yeah. The deep web. Preserving Flash games.
Preserving the Flash game. Well, someone's out there preserving shit like that.
Yeah.
A sort of an internet museum.
An internet archive, if you will. But anyway, the Neopets website, if you haven't gone on in recent years, the Neopets website is basically unusable.
Yeah. It's terrible.
And that was before Flash was unsupported.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking now, I'm like, I hope they hustled their ass because I was on there maybe towards the end of 2020 and I think it was like right at the beginning of 2021 they dropped Flash support.
Yeah.
I hope they figured it out because I had to do some weird shit to actually get the games to run on my computer.
Yeah.
As the browser existed.
Well, at least my computer will stop asking me if I want to install Adobe Flash.
Yeah.
You know it is usable.
What?
And didn't get fucked up over time.
What? RuneScape.
RuneScape.
Was that really where you were going?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, it's even on Steam now.
Sometimes I think about going back on there. Because RuneScape was such a fun time in my childhood.
I think it might be free to play on Steam.
It's been free to play for a long time.
Well, I mean,
there's the premium, of course, but I don't even remember what that entailed. They tried to get me in on it, and I think it was like you get higher level tier or whatever, and
I never made it very far in RuneScape.
There's special items. Oh my god, me and my friends used to fucking obsess.
Oh.
Me and my friends used to obsess over RuneScape.
See, don't make fun of me.
I will make fun of you. It's my job. Mother's Day is coming. Death
is coming.
Death is coming.
Death is here.
Death is here. I don't know what to get my mom.
I know what to get my mom. I just haven't gotten her it.
Oh well, fuck.
We got cards though.
Check
that one off.
If anyone needs a reminder, Mother's Day will be like 3 days after we. Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Sunday. Yeah, so you have a 4-day warning for Mother's Day.
There you go.
You're welcome.
I miss something that might not happen ever again because they're not gonna. Well, they're gonna do Arkham Knights, right? They're doing Arkham Knights.
Yeah, that look fun.
I used to have this little holiday tradition. When they would release it, I would pre-order it, show up to the midnight release. And people would be like costumed and stuff.
I miss a midnight release.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. It's not safe. Not even just because of the pandemic. It just became not safe in the world.
Yeah. Because, like, okay, PS5.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to, like, when I got the PS4. I got it release day.
Uh-huh.
And it was... I was not worried about somebody, like, coming to punch me in the face or something. I think I went by myself, even.
Yeah.
And got it.
I think I was at work.
Yeah. So
I didn't even know you had gotten it, I don't think.
So I was just, like, standing outside the GameStop with all the other people, minding my own business, and I got it. I left. That was that. Right?
Yeah.
This year... I think I had either fallen asleep or whatever when GameStop announced they started their pre-orders, and it was hell from that point forward trying to get a PS5.
Fuck.
So, I mean, did I have to fight really hard to get one? Because no scalping.
There's still people who can't get it.
No, it's a pain in the ass. It's still a pain in the ass. I don't know how I ended up getting one
I don't know
at all.
Why PlayStation hasn't figured out a better way to release these.
I don't know.
At this point. Your PlayStation, you know everyone's going to get... Well, not everyone, but...
Well, I also
you know a huge number of people are going to buy your fucking console.
I also think this year was just like a year where people needed something to look forward to like...
Yeah.
So, like, the PS5 was like a big deal in that, right? And so I'm thinking the demand was also higher because they were like, oh, I can get this and maybe it's something that my kids will really like, blah, blah, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Something to make someone happy.
Yeah.
So it just caused kind of a craze, we'll say. Like a Furbies-esque craze.
It's so, like, I feel so bad for parents trying to get it for their kids because, like, this is not something they're used to.
No.
This is something gamers know about. Because
they shouldn't be having to fight against scalpers.
Yeah.
Nobody should, for that matter.
Gamers know about because Nintendo has been breeding this kind of reality for a long time. But,
that's where I almost wish they would have worked it out with the stores.
Yeah.
to have some kind of, like, running, like, list.
They didn't work anything out. They, like, some places just dropped it randomly.
Yeah, well, that's how it's been going, yeah.
And, scalpers had their bots going.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm like, honestly, I don't think web pre-orders work.
Pay these fucking scalpers for their prices. You'll get one eventually.
Yeah.
Don't reward them.
Yeah. And, like, this year kind of showed that there needs to be something with web pre-orders.
Yeah.
Because the amount of, like, scalping that happened with these systems is just insane.
Yeah.
There's I'm sure as of right now there are still systems just sitting there unused waiting for somebody to buy them because a scalper went through and bought them out.
Yeah.
And, like, it's no good. I mean, this is what baffles me. It's no good for PlayStation. It's no good for Microsoft when you have unused systems. Essentially, this is my understanding. I could be wrong. They sell the systems at a loss because they know the profits from the games, the accessories, all of that, the subscriptions will make up for that loss they initially sell them at. If they're sitting in a scalper's house, right, or whatever,
yeah,
they're not getting that money back. So I would think there would be more of a, what's it called? A drive, I guess, to prevent this from happening in the first place.
I don't know. A lot of these companies are not thinking about any of this.
Long term.
Yeah.
They're going, we made money. Great.
We made money.
But long term, if these... I mean, I think they're thinking eventually the scalpers will either sell them or have to lower their price to sell them.
That's not going to happen. Those scalpers are going to try to get an obscene amount of money for those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll at least try and recoup what they paid for it.
Post Malone.
Posticles.
I can't believe this became like a news story. Post Malone walked into a local hobby shop.
Was that
I guess you could say.
Oregon? Is he in Oregon? Where is he?
I think he's in Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, it was wherever he's living right now. He went into a local shop. He probably just went like, I want to get some Magic cards. I'll go in here. It's not going to be a big deal. He went into this shop to drop like thousands on Magic cards, which more power to him. That's what I would be doing. That's the kind of thing I would be doing if I was a richman, dropping money on fucking nerd shit instead of being like, I got all these drugs and I got all this ice on my body.
I got all these Magic cards. You want to look? You want to see?
Like, obviously I would donate to charity and stuff, but I wouldn't be like buying sports cars and stuff like that. I'd be buying fucking
Magic cards,
replicas of Batmobiles and shit. Anyway.
I wouldn't be buying a sports car. I would be buying a Batmobile. Thank you very much. Dustin Taylor 2021.
Anyways, that became big news because everyone saw him because he's Post Malone and a mask doesn't hide all them tattoos, son. And so everyone showed up and freaked the fuck out.
See, I love that.
Yeah.
He just wanted to play some Magic with his buds.
I mean, of all the things to make headlines for, that's a pretty positive thing.
I mean, keep your local like collectibles shop in business. I support it.
For real. Let's check my notes here. Sailor Moon is getting a movie. I'm excited. I'm sure the anime community is excited. It's getting a Netflix movie. Part 1 and part 2. Can the
dad be less of an asshole?
I don't think the dad. I think she's grown and out of the house at this point.
That's good because that bothered me. I never watched Sailor Moon growing up, but he started rewatching it at some point recently.
Yeah.
And watching the way the dad was talking to her about, oh, you're such a pig. I'm like, Jesus.
The dad looks at her, is like, you're a fat ass. It's like, what the fuck? She's in middle school at that point.
I'm like, that is gonna damage her for the rest of her life. Thank you so much.
Anyways, is getting like 2 movies, I guess, a part 1 and a part 2, like Twilight and Harry Potter before it. Mm-hmm. And Hunger Games, I guess, did that too.
They did.
Did we ever even watch part 2?
No, I don't think so.
I was so upset at the ending of part 1 because it was such a like cliffhanger kind of thing. You would think that I would have gone out of my way to see part 2.
I know. Maybe we did. I don't know.
I didn't. I don't think I did. Anyways.
I just think about pita bread.
Pita bread. Anyways.
The baker's son named Pita.
That's the thing that's happening. In the beginning, there was pirates versus ninjas.
Yar.
After that...
I mean, obviously ninjas, though, right?
Yes.
Have we all decided?
I think we all decided. After that, there was Cthulhu.
Woo! That's what I imagine Cthulhu sounds like.
Like Zoidberg?
Yeah, I mean, same energy.
Anyway, and then after that, there were zombies. What is the next big trend in the nerd world?
Hold on, I'm trying to think of something ridiculous.
We are... So saith us. What is the next trend, do you think?
Do you have one?
No.
Okay.
I'm putting you in the hot seat.
Okay, that's fine, because I'm just trying to think of something ridiculous. I wish I could have just had it right there.
I don't know, because it's not going to be anything we predict or anything anyone can predict.
That's why I'm saying I want it. That tofu.
the tofu survivor?
Tofu survivor.
I think he came and went.
No, come back.
Come back. Baby, come back to me.
Because zombies came and went. And then they came back.
They never went. As soon as Shaun of the Dead released, zombies have been a thing and have not stopped being a thing. Yeah, but I mean, you go
back to like the 60s when there was that fucking movie. What was the
movie? But that was like... Horror movies weren't as big a deal back then.
No. But, you know. They were there, then they left, and they came back. Thriller?
When Shaun of the Dead came...
Yeah, Thriller.
Yeah, Thriller. But when Shaun of the Dead came, zombies became a huge cultural phenomenon because...
Cults?
You think cults are the next thing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's just based purely on my own interests. I think they're fascinating.
Ugh. I hate them. Cults creep me the fuck out.
I mean, I don't think you're supposed to like them.
Well, people like zombies.
If they were face to face with a zombie, they wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, I'm such a fan.
Can I have your autograph?"
And then he'd go, "Yeah."
No, I don't know. I think it's gonna be something weird.
Yes, because cults are too normal.
No, I think it's just gonna be something that no one's gonna expect, like badgers. Which, I guess that was a thing, badgers and wizards, because of that fucking Newgrounds video.
Badgers and wizards?
Or badgers and...
I don't know.
There was some Newgrounds video, and it was kind of a thing.
I went to E-Bomb's World.
E-Bomb's World.
It was not a Newgrounds kid.
I had never heard of that. It sounds like a fucking show more than a website to me.
Well, they had a lot of videos, too.
And so I'm sad that I missed out.
Yeah, you should be.
Because of how it sounds.
I don't know that you should be. I'm just talking some trash, you know?
I'm trying to think what would be the next trend. I guess frogs are...
Frogs?
Yeah, a lot of people...
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog.
Close your eyes.
Who am I?
Kermit the Frog here.
A lot of people on my Twitter timeline all of a sudden are talking about fucking frogs. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Probably not frogs, though.
It's going to be two pretty best friends if you're going to base it on your timeline, what you're seeing.
Oh, God. Wow.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm like, why are you offended?
I don't know.
I'm telling you what's on my timeline. Two pretty best friends.
Two pretty best friends?
Yes.
Anyways. Let us know in the comments what you think the next trend is going to be.
There's lots of like cult talk going on the YouTubes
lots and of cult talk.
Yeah, on the YouTubes and the TikTok. So cults. Games are being made about cults. It's only a matter of time before we get a show or something.
I guess.
So.
Is that going to be big enough?
Why not? They're fascinating.
I guess. Cults about frogs.
Frog cults. That's it. We've hit the nail on the head. Frog cults.
Anyways. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I was thinking about the fact that we all used to be obsessed with Pirates versus Zombies. I mean, Pirates versus Ninjas.
That's right.
And then we all used to be really obsessed with Cthulhu. And then, and now everyone
somehow missed the Cthulhu obsession.
It was everywhere, man.
Woo!
Every con you went to, they talked about fucking Cthulhu. And, like, every show would talk about Cthulhu and shit. And, like, it was just a pop culture thing for a while.
Sometimes I think I was, like, dead for a while.
We just hung out in different circles, I guess. And then, zombies became the huge thing ever since Shaun of the Dead gave it a resurgence.
I was there for that.
Then,
did not miss Cthulhu.
Call of Duty.
Did not miss zombies.
Zombie stuff, and then there was Left 4 Dead, and then there was Walking Dead, and it's just blew way out. Marvel Zombies. Anyways,
Resident Evil going on before that.
Resident Evil. I just feel like something else is due.
Cults, it's your time to shine. Me trying to come up with a ridiculous guess and then came up with like a legitimate guess. You, frogs.
Frogs. I just feel like it's going to be something no one's going to see coming.
Oh, probably.
How much would you pay?
$2.
For a game? Now, we're not going to go ridiculous prices. Like $1 million or anything. How much would you pay game-wise? Like, what's the most you would pay?
Like, just in general, like every release, every brand new?
Well, hold on. I'm getting to it. For a re-release.
A re-release.
Of Ocarina of Time, but the whole plot is centered around you just ruining the Great Mido's Day. Or Mido, however you say it. Mm-hmm. Just really making his life a living hell. I hated that guy.
Mm-hmm. I know, and you only had to deal with him for like 20 minutes. And he's
stuck in everyone's mind forever.
$30.
$30?
Yeah. Why? What would you pay?
I mean, I guess $30, but I thought you were gonna say something higher.
No, because I just hurried up and got through it, and then I went on to play the game.
Fuck that guy. What do you think about the fact that the Fast and the Furious director is open
Too furious.
to a crossover with Jurassic World?
Against.
You're against? I'm all for it.
I'm against, because that sounds, no offense, if you're into this idea, it sounds dumb as hell. It sounds like something I wouldn't want to watch for like 20 minutes, let alone a full-length movie.
I am all for it. Because you know why?
Why?
That opens the possibility to more ridiculous crossovers.
I mean, I guess if you want somebody to take the hit for the team,
then you get,
sure, but
then you're gonna get wild game crossovers you never thought were gonna happen. It opens the door, man.
Can I like see it, but like be doing other things while I'm watching it?
I guess.
Like I'll pay to see it, but then you can have your
just
weird,
watch it on HBO Max.
Your weird little wish about future crossovers, but
it'll happen.
I don't have to watch.
I feel like it's probably going to happen. He threw it out there. That's how things happen in Hollywood. They throw it out there, and then all of a sudden you're hearing about it being released.
What was the general consensus?
A lot of... It was polarizing, I guess. A lot of people were like...
What do you mean, like this, right now?
Well, yeah. A lot of people were like, there have been more ridiculous crossovers. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein and stuff like that.
But at least that's like a comedy.
I mean, you can watch it as a comedy.
I mean, I guess, but it doesn't mean I want to. I guess if I was shit-talking it the whole way through.
Well, I mean... We love a movie to shit talk, like Spider-Man 3. We love watching these movies and shit talking. Yeah. Look at The Room. The Room is wildly successful.
That's true.
Because people want to shit talk it.
I guess, but I don't know. It's very hard to take two movies. I mean, to be fair, Need for Speed took itself very seriously, but that did not mean that people did not make fun of it.
I feel like it's in the same vein as Dracula meets Frankenstein.
But even, like, with horror movies, there's, like, a certain, like...
Sure. There's a certain, like, comedic flair to it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of comedic flair to it because it's ridiculous.
This is dumb as hell.
And I want to see that.
Okay.
I want to see that happen. I want to open the world.
You go see... You want to open the world?
Open the world to more crossover shenanigans. No. That's going to be the next trend. Crossovers. I know it's already happened, but it's going to be a huge thing.
No.
There's going to be a lot of crossovers.
I'm just
Hollywood is running out of ideas.
I know.
This will open them up to more creativity.
Will it? Because it's the same shit.
But it'll be hilarious. I'm saying crossovers. I'm throwing that up there.
You're not leaving your
I'm
answer
not sticking
as
with
frog
frogs.
Cults?
No, because I don't think that's going to be big enough.
Frog cults? No, I don't
Crossovers, I think, is going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
That's the next big thing.
But it has to be like abnormal crossovers, not like
of course,
Batman
it's going to be abnormal crossovers. It's going to be crossovers.
Horror character to horror character. Freddy versus Jason.
Speaking of horror, we're going to throw, like, Mr. Beans into a horror movie or something like that.
Yeah, I would watch that. That sounds fun. There's just certain movies that you could do that to that I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Point.
This opens it up to that.
Did I say Need for Speed? I meant Fast and the Furious before. I think I said Need for
Speed had that meme where he cries. And everyone thought it was from Breaking Bad, but it was from Need for Speed.
Oh, God. Anyway, Fast and the Furious and Jurassic Park/World just doesn't seem like a movie that you could throw together and it would be funny. Mr. Bean, right?
Yeah.
He's not Beans.
No. What? Is he Mr.?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't watch those.
I watched one.
Okay.
Anyways, we're going to open it up to wild crossovers.
Okay.
It's going to be fucking Fast and the Furious and Jurassic World.
The example you gave would be funny because it's weird.
And then...
I mean, there's already a character that, like, has a weird take on reality.
Mr. Bean?
Yes.
We're going to have... I'm looking out around the room for more examples. We're going to have, like, something fucking weird. Ash versus the Care Bears.
No, I don't think that crossover will happen.
But they're evil. Okay. Anyways, Ash versus the Care Bears, but it's Furbies. Anyways.
See, that makes more sense. They are evil.
I'm just saying, that's going to be the next big thing. You watch out. Watch out for it. Wild and weird crossovers, as weird as Fast and the Furious and Jurassic World. The Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation in Amity Beach. Was that what the Jaws beach was?
Oh, I don't know.
They're gonna go to Jaws. Anyways.
See, I mind it less when you're combining it with horror movies. I just don't consider Jurassic Park / World a horror movie.
It's easier for them to do that.
Exactly.
Because they're kind of both same toned.
Yes.
But it opens it up, is my point.
Okay, see, I don't mind that so much because I can see the comedy value in it.
Drive a car on a T-Rex's back.
I don't want to see it.
Anyways, it opens it up, is what I'm saying. That's my point.
Okay, well, as long as it's all horror movies, I don't care. They've been doing that already.
Yes. You wanted me...
I wanted you...
to talk about this.
What?
So I will talk about this. We're going to take a trip to yesteryear. Arcades, still a big thing.
Okay.
And
oh, yeah.
With arcades comes innovation. And innovation brings DDR.
Innovation. DDR.
Anyways, I was telling her this story about my cousin Shane. And she was just... mind blown because of the kind of person Shane is and knowing Shane.
I mean, I wasn't mind blown. It was just all of the people that were good at DDR. Your life, my life, they were Shane. There was like a universal standard for DDR people, and they were Shane.
I was okay at DDR like most people. Like, I played it a lot, and so I got kind of good, just like with Guitar Hero and stuff. Not Shane. He didn't play it that much to begin with to get that good. He just was naturally good at it. This motherfucker would walk into the Timeout Arcade. That's how old I am. The Timeout Arcade. Take his shirt off. Get on that DDR machine. Pick the hardest song. Hardest difficulty. Dead arms. Get it perfect. He would do it perfectly.
And, like, I hope you can envision the dead arms with your legs going that quickly. Because it's so true. Because that, you know, when he said it yesterday, I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what I remember, was the dead arms. They didn't, like, you know, move your arms while you're tapping your feet. No, the arms were just dead at the side. You didn't think about them. You just moved your little feet.
It was a sight to see. Shane walk into any arcade, really, and just take his shirt off, do the DDR, and fucking just beast at it.
So my reasoning here, why I wanted him to bring it up, what do you remember? Do you remember the dead arm people that would just DDR like a fucking pro? I want to know if this is more than just my experience and his experience. Were your DDR people with their arms just dead at their sides?
Noodles. Little
noodles, yeah.
Anyways, and he had like a home version. Like, this was all he played after he started like playing it.
Yeah.
He had a home version, and like I couldn't do it for shit because the mat kept moving and everything. But it was like he was floating on it.
There was also like a very specific area that you would have to hit the arrows.
Okay.
For it to like acknowledge.
Yeah. But nothing worked for me, and it was like he was floating on it, and the mat never moved. He did it perfectly. I didn't understand. I hated it. I was so jealous. And then but then he plays it like nonstop, right? And is like super good at it, perfect at it. Even if there was a tournament, he probably would win because he never missed a single arrow. When it went, because it did go, none of you are playing it now. When it went...
They aren't?
No. I don't think it's in any arcades or anything anymore. It's just
Guitar Hero is, which is cool.
Guitar Hero, yeah. But they're just pretending like DDR never existed.
I know, and I don't get why, because I feel like that's still a very good...
Yeah.
I guess Beat Saber kind of replaced it.
I guess, but Beat Saber...
It took a while, though.
Beat Saber just doesn't hit...
It doesn't hit the same.
It hits different.
What if you had a VR DDR?
No. It's gotta be the whole experience.
No, I mean, like, you still have the thing, but you're, like, in DDR.
It's gotta be the same.
Okay.
Gotta be the same that it
Things
was.
can't grow or change.
No, big giant metal stage with arrows and
Well, I mean, keep that.
little screen.
Just put your head in the game. Get your head in the game.
Get your head in the game.
I never watched High School Musical. I don't know where I get this trash information
because not only did they advertise it like
constantly,
they also played the songs everywhere. Get your head in the game.
I know, but I'm trying to think of where.
I think that was the only one
in my life that I came across it.
I can't. We're all in this together. It was like one of those things that they used to do to show my age again. When they used to, what's my age again? When they used to do the.
Nobody likes you when you're 83. That's how I feel every time I see something like the kids today are doing, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm old.
When they used to do those commercials for CD compilations. And they play a little snippet of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
They would always do that for High School Musical. They'd be like, "Come watch this. Get your head in the game." And
yeah.
I almost said, "What's my age again?" That was not a High School Musical
was not
song.
a High School Musical song. Nor was it a High School
all
Musical
in this
video.
Together. And then it got memed like a motherfucker on Tumblr.
What's that one with Zac Efron hitting the water?
What? I don't think I saw that one.
If you know, you know. You know the one.
What?
He's singing to his reflection and he hits.
Oh my god!
Don't stop to.
What is this fucking Lion King?
Yeah, kind of.
Anyways, that's Mulan. When will my reflection show?
Kind of.
Who
I think he had a crisis like
inside. That. I was thinking Lion King when he was looking at the water and his dad comes behind him. Anyways. Yeah. But anyways, I don't even think I finished my point with Shane. Is like DDR came, DDR went. As obsessive as he played it, never spoke about it again.
Is it like a trauma point for us? Or what?
It was just a thing that happened, and we all remember it, but none of us talk about it. Mm-hmm. None of us talk about the McDonald's or Burger King CD that we got. That was the soundtrack. You can get that?
No.
She's looking at me flabbergasted. They had a Burger King toy thing, and they didn't really actually have any toys. It was just the CD that would have songs on it and stickers that were the arrows.
No, my limitation to Burger King CDs was I got all of the Backstreet Boys ones.
Me too.
It was like red, yellow, blue. Was it like Pokemon?
I think so. Yeah.
Were there 4 or only 3?
I remember the yellow.
Yeah.
I think there was only 3, and then there was the toys.
Mm-hmm.
And
there were toys?
Yeah, remember?
No.
They had little like superhero personas that they did in this little cartoon music video, I think.
No.
And I had the Nick one.
That was my boyfriend. Anyway, I got the CDs, and then they had a VHS that they were like doing too, and I got that.
I can't believe you never got the toys.
No. I only cared about the people.
Wow, this was the people.
No, I cared about the people.
They were just superheroes.
I wanted them to sing to me live. Because they were live albums. Do you remember that?
I did not remember that.
I still have those.
I don't.
I don't think anybody cares, but I still have them.
A lot of my things from my childhood I lost.
I had a Britney Spears DVD, or not DVD, it was before DVDs. VHS. I can't remember where I got that one.
I should reiterate, I didn't lose everything. I just like, when I was a kid, I learned that you could sell things at yard sales and buy more things, and I became obsessed with that for a while. And so I sold a lot of things. And then also
now he's a hoarder.
Well, it's trauma from not having my shit anymore. And then also people would throw my shit out too. Or break it to where I had to throw it out. So I did lose a lot of things that way too.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah, DDR came, DDR went. No one spoke it of it.
So I guess what we want to know is, was that your experience? It came, it went, nobody cared. And B, the DDR kids that you remember, do you remember them dead arm doing it? Because that's what I remember.
Do you remember pool noodles?
Pool noodle?
Pool noodle arms.
Oh, I was like, pool noodles still exist.
Pool noodle arms.
I get what you're saying now.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we do shout-outs?
If you have shout-outs, you can shout out.
I have some shout-outs.
Okay, should go for it. I don't have any shout-outs. Well,
I think I have like 2.
Duger and Sam, Sam, watch them on Twitch. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're playing It Takes Two. It's been entertaining.
Yeah. We are too.
We are too.
On Saturdays.
I don't think it's a terribly long game.
No.
I think it's like 10 hours maybe.
Yeah. We're doing that on twitch.tv/Mr. Coin Laundry.
Yep.
Every Saturday.
Until we finish.
We don't really have a specific time because I'm kind of like figuring out schedules and
yeah,
stuff.
and he has like a few different games he plays.
Yeah.
So it's kind of split up.
I want to shout out our friend Mercedes. And she also has a podcast. There's only like 3 or 4 episodes right now, but it's funny. You can't say that.
I was about to say.
You can't say that podcast.
I was like, you better name the podcast.
She does it with her brother. And I enjoy it very much. And she's a cool person. I want to shout out a webcomic artist who you probably already know, Brad Guigar. He's a really cool dude. He does Evil Inc. And he has been doing these videos that make me feel better about my progress. And it's basically like motivational videos for webcomic artists and stuff. Like, it's okay that you're not super big right now. Like, Rodney Dangerfield started comedy and then he had to quit because no one liked his stuff and he needed to support his family, so he went to become a aluminum siding salesman. And then he decided, once he got everything squared away and he figured his family was provided for, he decided to give comedy another shot, and then he became huge. So sometimes it do be that way.
It be like that. I wanted to shout out something that has to do with the podcast.
Okay.
We have merch, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have merch?
We have shirts and hoodies.
Yeah. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, they're on the my Teespring store, which I will find the link to. Because I kind
of sprung this on him. I was just thinking while he was doing his shout outs if there was something. And I was like, maybe people would want to know. They look cool.
Sometimes I have to change up my name thing for different websites and stuff to fit it in. It's Coin Laundry Designs on Teespring. And I've got a lot of merch and stuff on there for my webcomics and stuff. But also there's shirts and hoodies for this podcast. And it's like the cover and the banner and stuff on, everything.
We're gonna order some.
Yeah.
In the next week. And I'm very excited.
And
so I wanted to share that with you guys.
We'll post them on Instagram and stuff, so you guys can see what they look like. I wanted to shout out one last thing that I hope is still happening. Is a fighting game that I've been following forever, and it's just like there's no news. I want to know that it's happening.
So either no news is good news, and they're just working away. It's
called the Serial Killaz.
Spelled like breakfast.
Yeah, and it's like mascots for cereal boxes and stuff, like Kellogg mascots, and they're turned into fighting game characters, and it looks super interesting and awesome.
Also, y'all, it's Resident Evil week.
Resident Evil week?
Yeah, Resident Evil 8 it comes out this week.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 8 comes out.
Very exciting.
Yee.
Step on me, mommy.
Big mommy milkers.
Jesus.
That's everyone's favorite phrase when they talk about Resident Evil 8.
I wonder how Markiplier is doing.
He's losing his mind.
He was not well in that original demo.
No, he was not. I have a serial killer's story spelled like the breakfast. That's very near and dear to me. I don't know if I should tell it now or tell it next time.
I mean, go for it.
Okay.
And then if it don't fit,
okay,
I'll tell you to tell it again.
I
edit. Teehee.
My dad, one day,
was
I was a very angry, like everyone, angry teenager, and angsty and sensitive, and so we're watching RoboCop. Where me, him, my half brother are in the living room. We're watching RoboCop, and my dad has the tendency to like joke around a little too much sometimes, and he kept like, and I was already like upset about something. I don't know what I was upset about.
Life in general. You were a teenager.
It was nothing, but he kept like pushing at me and stuff, and it would irritate me. And I was eating Fruit Loops, and now mind you, sometimes I snack on Fruit Loops. I don't like pour milk in there or whatever. I just eat them dry. I was eating these Fruit Loops, and he kept pushing at me and everything, and I told him to stop, and he was messing with me and everything, and kept pushing me. And then I turned the bowl upside down on his head, and that was a whole thing. Now, none of you know, but my dad is built like Bane in Batman when Bane is pumped full of venom.
And you're not.
And I'm not. And I definitely wasn't then. I was a very small, lanky teenager. He's huge. He's a huge bodybuilder.
Right.
So just imagine
your little lanky ass going over and dropping cereal on his head. Get out of here.
Anyways,
bopped you on the noggin and knocked you on the floor.
We can all laugh about that now. He was fucking red. He was red.
Yeah.
We can all laugh about it now. Now every now and again when we think about it, they call me a serial killer. Anyways.
I'm sorry. I just love that your reaction was so cartoony.
It was.
I dumped this on your head.
I didn't know what else to do.
So you went cereal.
I shouldn't have even done that.
Probably not, but No. Your emotions get the best of you sometimes, and you just do something stupid.
I can't believe I did that. Anyways,
I just love that your ballsy ass walked over and went.
I was probably like 14.
I know.
15 at the time.
I know, it's just funny. You think you're tougher than you are when you're 14, 15, 16.
You sure do.
Not that your dad was going to really do anything.
No, of course not. He was all like bark and no bite. He would not hit his child.
That's about the worst he would have gotten if he would have yelled at you about it. But it's just funny. It's like for some reason, the audacity.
I guess the size of him. I was always scared of him, but like I knew he would never do anything. But all he had to do was give a look, like kind of like how Ice Cube throws that nose flare up. Yep. My dad had a look that he would do, and it would just strike fear in everyone.
Because, you know what? It's reasonable, because he could.
He could end your life in a punch if he wanted to.
He would never, but he could.
Yeah. Anyways. I think that's probably a good ending point, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening to...
Big Preach.
The Let Me Know That You Know podcast.
Let me know that you know.
You can find the Twitter for the podcast.
Let Me Know Cast.
Yeah, Let Me Know Cast. And my Twitter is Mr. Coin Laundry. Mandy's Twitter is...
Yours. Nope, it's not. I did that. I was so good at the beginning, too. Truly Mandalee.
Truly Mandalee. And, yeah.
I'm yours truly Mandalee on Twitch.
Yeah. On Twitch, I'm just Mr. Coin Laundry again. Thank you guys for listening.
Oh, thank you for listening. I'm sorry, my brain was thinking if there was anything else.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
And we'll see you next week.
Yee. Bye.
Bye. Come check out Twitch on Saturday and see us play some games. See Dustin play some games. It'll be fun.
Yee.
Bye.
Bye.